The events we're seeing play out across the globe. Is this the excuse we'll be fed for food shortages, energy shortages, and a reset of the economy that people have been talking about for over a decade now? We're in the year of living dangerously, of course, but also we're in a year that is within and encapsulated in cycles that are overlaying on top of each other, all culminating right now. If we look at longer term cycles, 100 plus year cycles, and this would be intertwined in 100 or 1,000 year cycles as well, we have the generational cycle, the price inflation, wage stagnation cycle, and the credit expansion contraction cycle, all overlaying right now, and an abandonment of the U.S. dollar. A lot of people want to move away from that, countries. And you would have to ask yourself a logical question. If the UK economy is suffering the biggest contraction in 3 centuries, what is going on? The last time it had pierced anything this low at more than a 10% contraction was in the 1920s. So let's review The Economist magazine cover, World Ahead 2025. Do we see anything in here that could be, well, pinpointing to the actions that we're seeing today? Now, if you look at this in a quadrant, January, February, March, on the top there to the 3 o'clock position, and then from 3 o'clock down to 6 o'clock is April, May, June. I don't know. What do you read into the magazine cover is a good question. I have a whole synopsis on decoding what is in here coming up next video. And we can see that in play right now. The change of the world is happening in real time. We're moving away from a fiat-based system where things were just printed out of thin air, and the promise and hope that it would be repaid was just that. You hoped. We're moving into the asset-based world where you're going to have a physical good or commodity behind it before it will be believable. This is where issuance of stablecoin tokens or some sort of blockchain or certificates issued off of that, whether it be gold certificates. So there has to be the physical behind it first before we're going to issue. The believability and the confidence requires that a physical asset will be in the new world after this one is collapsed, ED. We're right at that point now where there's overlaying of the financial system in its old form and also the new form. It's as a tree fallen and a mushroom is coming out of it. This is the new world that we're looking into. Now, if you're going to reset an economy, asset-based, Africa is going to be the main play. Not only double rotation crops in the Sahel and North Africa, where we could do ag zones up there, but look at the size of this. It's very deceiving on the map. We've got the United States, China, India, Eastern Europe, Japan, the UK, we've got France, Spain, etc. And there's still an enormous amount of space left over. I mean, you could put the Vatican and Luxembourg right in one of the Great Lakes. There are probably 50 more countries we could fill in on this map. And thinking about development, it's not really. Look at the massive amount of no development, no lights, no street lights, no roads that exist at a nighttime view of Africa. Which you look at this and go, possibility for new asset-based economy to take form. Food, agriculture, economy out of this place. So I want to put these two maps side by side since there's so much going on in Iran. As we age, our body's natural collagen production declines, leading to visible signs like thinning hair, brittle nails, and joint discomfort. Most of all, wrinkles. That's right, collagen or lack of it is one of the leading causes of wrinkles and sagging skin. Unfortunately, most collagen, typically found on store shelves, doesn't provide the right type or amount of collagen necessary to combat wrinkles. This is why I use multi-collagen. It provides the 5 types of premium collagen that my skin needs to look more youthful and have fewer lines. Plus, it's easy to mix with morning coffee or tea, has no clumping and 0 flavor. Grab your bag now while it's 51% off at healthwithadapt2030.com. Plus, order today and get the 14 Foods for Amazing Skin free ebook and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee and free shipping on your order. Once again, this is a limited time offer and is available at healthwithadapt2030.com. Just click on that link in the description box below. Can you identify it on the map to the left? Let me put the white box around it. That is an electrified, connected nation as much as Greece or Turkey. It is not Afghanistan with very little development. This is a highly developed nation. But again, this whole destruction, rebuild phase, landfill economy type of mindset that we've gone through for the last 50 years or 70 years since Bretton Woods. Break it up, blow it up, get a U.S. contractor in to rebuild it up. Imagine how much infrastructure will be damaged at this point. We have absolutely moved into the new world. This is, in my opinion, this week was some sort of starting gun into the new world. I felt it. You may have felt it, the news signaling, even though I really wasn't looking into the news too much. People were just coming at me left, right, and center. You know what's going on? You know what's going on? And I'm like, oh, not another one of those events happening. Because we've taken things as far as we can go with resources. Now we're just literally strip mining the oceans. If you look at this, 170 tons of pollock, wild caught, quote unquote. Now if it was one ship, okay, but there's hundreds, if not thousands of ships daily doing the exact same thing. And this is only one haul. You know, they're going to do this multiple times while they're out until their hull is full. And how much longer can we continue to do this? I'm not some environmental freak, but just a realist in terms of how much can be extracted sustainably for itself to replenish, at least to keep an equal number. What I'm looking at here is that's not happening. So we've run the course on many, many, many levels of our world that we've exhausted resources, human capital, human resources, and the economy itself and the fiat-based promise system. Now, food for thought here, if we're looking into Bolivia, a place you would not really expect stablecoin prices to be, this is US dollar tether, USDT, right there. Accepted worldwide. It is the new Visa, if you will. And I even see Oreo mini cookies, $22. That's outrageous. But this is in the airport. The international acceptance is absolutely here. And Bolivia leading the charge, obviously. So is El Salvador. Because we just eclipsed 37 trillion on the U.S. debt clock. A lot of people aren't believing those promises will be paid back. So what are we doing? Moving in the new world into a new economy, stablecoin issuance. Now, if we start at Q1 2024 to the far right of the chart, as we are continuing going up, that we're getting an exponential issuance here. And I thought, well, how many trillions? Those are trillions of dollars, 10 trillion so far. So I got this breakdown of money transfers by payment method. So ACH, that's a SWIFT. You go to the bank, fill out all the paperwork. They send it to another bank account. Visa, obviously, with your credit card. Stablecoins, that green line right in the center. Got PayPal, got remittance, that's like Wells Fargo, etc. Have you noticed all four of those are pretty much just flatlined? The green stablecoins is the only one growing, and it is quickly going to overtake the SWIFT system, the trajectory that it's going. And even Walmart and Amazon are exploring their own stablecoin issuance. Corporate stablecoins, in addition to national sovereign government issued stablecoins. And this is one thing, is what gives the value of a company to be able to issue it. So the way we're looking at the stock market, issuing and giving value to it is going to change and has changed. So these companies, basically based on their valuation and their goods, the factories, the real estate, the trucking, whatever they have that they own as a physical good, there could be a number assigned to that. $20 million for this plane, $100 million for that factory, $50 million for the land, whatever, and they bundle it up into one giant, how much is this, plus future valuation, and then they're like, well, we can issue this much, $1 equals stablecoin because we're worth that much. So each company is beginning to explore how they're going to do this. This alleviates the U.S. government from having to do this because it's based on a real-world asset of a physical thing issued against. So this is the world we have moved into. There's no more planning to move into it. We're already into it. That's the whole thing. Now we need one giant event to bring the old system down and bring the new system in. Everything is in place. Everything. For this new world. And it's already live. That's the thing. But behind the scenes, you have to search for this type of news. It's not on NBC. nightly news, hey, Amazon's going to issue stablecoins. No. This is for those who are looking for this type of information that are following the evolution of this blockchain, stablecoin issuance, Bitcoin reserve, treasury, companies buying Bitcoin for their corporate treasuries, governments, sovereign wealth funds, etc. We're in the new world right now. So the trash must be taken out. Impossible Foods legal blitz leaves investors with nothing but empty plates. Yeah, this was supposed to be the be-all, end-all. Everybody's going to eat this. No way you can't not make money. You put $1 in, you're retired for life. Impossible Foods weight it dropped from 7.5 billion to 1.5 billion. So people are asking a lot of questions. And right here in green, foreign official demand for U.S. stocks, monthly net flow over the far right is 2025. Foreign central bank purchases of U.S. stocks, that's decreased $30 billion. That is the largest drop on record, and that is going to continue, and it should be even larger as we move through these next few months and quarters. And then here, Coffee Garden Bar and Grill. Due to the recent increase in egg prices, there's going to be an additional charge of 50 cents an egg. What? Are you telling me really that a business is so worried about not being able to stay in business because of a 50-cent surcharge on an egg? This shows we are absolutely at the end of the system. If a company cannot survive on eating 50 cents on an egg is about to bring this Coffee Garden Bar and Grill down to its knees and close the doors. Eggs. If we're at that point, an egg is disturbing or going to outright bankrupt a business, we're absolutely at the end of the system here. And since we're talking about food, let's stay with the U.S. Army Cook's Manual 1896. Cornbread will often be found more desirable than wheat bread. It's much healthier for those engaged in muscular exercise and more easily digested. Very good point. We're going to have to start switching food intake. If our systems are breaking down, if the food's not coming, atrocious yields this year, I mean, what is coming is going to be a tidal wave of losses in very poor quality food coming out of the field reports already. If oil's disrupted, that'll disrupt that whole chain further. There's going to be a lot of countries like in the Middle East that'll be hit because they import an enormous amount of food. It's a quagmire is what we're looking at here. So take what they did in the old times. So cornbread, easy to learn how to do the recipes. You can find some heirloom corn varieties around if you want to grind it yourself or pre-ground. But start to learn how to make cornbread. I really believe this is going to be a game changer and a muscular exercise, easily digestible, and you're going to be doing a lot more physical activity if this comes to fruition. You're not going to be sitting around any longer. You're going to have to do some sort of work to substitute what the system used to take care of for us, or you, or me. Now we're going to have to go out and use our own physical labor to be able to substitute for that. Now hopefully you have other people that can help you do it. Get ready for massive changes. But you are going to have to grow some of your own food. So I suggest trueleafmarket.com, heirloom and organic seeds for any grow zone on the planet. That link's in the description box below. Every purchase you make helps keep this channel on air, bringing you more information just like this. And I do appreciate you watching. Hope you got something out of the video. Please share with your friends, families, like, subscribe, help the algorithm, all those good things. But thank you for your valuable time. Time is so limited now, but I'm just trying to paint the picture of where it may go to. So please get your families involved in the conversation. I will see you next time. Bye for now.